Hey everyone, so today's video we're going to go to a few location film spots of the movie A Bronx Tale. This movie came out in 1993 and it was directed by Robert De Niro. This movie is under the crime/drama movie. So most of the scenes were pretty much filmed in New York City. There's some that were filmed on Long Island as well as New Jersey, but today we're going to go to a few locations in New York City. So we're going to go to two location spots. A couple of them in Queens in the same area. And then we got one in Brooklyn. So the first one in Queens, it is 30th Avenue between 43rd to 46th Street. So let's get it. Alright, we got the first one right here. This is one of the scenes in the beginning of the movie of where Robert De Niro drove his bus route. As you guys know, that in the movie, in the beginning of it, the kids were in the back of the bus. They were trying to get a free ride to wherever location they were going to, and Robert De Niro was stopping each time so that pretty much he can get them off the bus. I have to say, this is a really cool spot that I saw in the movie as well as in person. Alright, this is the second spot in the movie I went to, and it's right across the street from the bus route scene. As you saw in the bus route, there's a church. This is the church that was filmed in, of where C, I can't pronounce his name, I think it's Colonial, but I'm going to call him C. So when C went into the church, he was going to confess to the priest of what he saw on the street. Of when the two men were fighting over the parking spot and one of them got gunned down. So this, I think I'm 100% sure that it was filmed in this church. If not, then I apologize, but I feel like 80-90% of it is in this church. It might have been changed, but as you see from the picture, it looks very, very similar. So maybe they did film in here, but what I saw on the internet that it was filmed at this spot of this location. So now, right on the corner of the church is Sonny's bar. Yes, one of the most iconic parts of the movie was Sonny's bar right here. So as you see in the picture and on the street, they both look the same, very similar, but what's different about it is that it's not a bar anymore. It is a real estate building. So yes, it was a bar until the I would say beginning of the 1990s, until they got rid of it, and then it turned into something else, and now it's a real estate building. So yeah, this was the iconic spot in the movie. Now we look all the way to our right. That right there, I'm going to show you guys a couple of clips later about that spot in the movie. And yes, so now I'm going to show you guys inside this real estate building, aka Sonny's bar. So I talked to the owner of this building, and he said that everything looks the same as it did in the movie. Just, a little bit changes here and there. So as you see, the most iconic picture of the movie, one of the most iconic. Then he showed me the area when Sonny gave the nickname C. Right inside the building, just had to make my left. And there it was. Very iconic scene. I was so shocked about this. So now I'm showing you guys C's home. Yes, this was right next to Sonny's bar. And I know some of you guys are wondering, where is the stoop that C sat on? Why is it not there anymore? Well, what I've heard from other people throughout that area is that the new apartment owners wanted to get rid of that, and they got rid of it I think in the mid to late 2000s, so it's not there anymore. But yeah, this was one of the most iconic scene in the movie of where C saw the argument over the parking spot. So right across the street from C's home was the funeral home in the movie. So as you guys saw in the scene when C looked out the window and saw the families come out of the funeral home, this was the location. And yes, this was a funeral home in the past. Now it is a Greek private club. So yeah, this was the spot. Right down the street, this was Sonny's house. Yes, it was literally right down the street from the other locations I just showed you. So this is Sonny's house, of where the scene when Sonny and C came out of the house and got into Sonny's car. as they were driving to the hangout of where all the mobsters were hanging out. And yeah, this was Sonny's house. You remember the scene when Sonny and C were driving backwards to the mob hangout? This was the mob hangout. And yes, this was the spot when Sonny told C the door test. You remember earlier when I told you about this, that we're going to come back? Yes, this is right next to Sonny's bar. So I know some of you are going to be like, this looks very familiar. Where was this in the movie? So this is C's school. So this was the scene of when C talked to Jane for the first time, as well as he was supposed to take her out on a date. So this school is named William Cullen Bryant High School. Many people in the area call it Bryant High School. It's on 31st Avenue in Queens. So this is a little bit of a walk from the other location in the movie. So not that bad. I would say 2 to 3 blocks down the street. And I have to say though, yes, they filmed inside the school. The one where Jane walked by C and went down the stairs, as well as C looked out the window to look at Jane waiting for someone to pick her up. I have to say though, this was very shocking for me because I have 2 family members who went to this school, my grandmother and my cousin, and I never knew that they filmed at the school of where both my family members went here. But yeah, this was the spot of where it all happened, of that scene. Now, as we go to our left, this was also part of the scene. As you guys know, they were walking down the street, and yeah, this was the same exact, scene that happened. All of it looked the same. Nothing really changed. Maybe added a tree or 2. So now we're gonna go to Brooklyn, and then we're gonna come back to Queens. So yeah, let's go. So we are in Brooklyn. So this is 1502 Gravesend Neck Road in Brooklyn. So this was the scene that C was walking Jane home from school. And as you guys see where those people are walking, this was the spot of where Jane and C almost got hit by the car. But as you guys know, it stopped. They did that on purpose, to be honest, because they saw C. And yeah, I'm going to show you a better view of the scene. So as you see right here, looks very, very similar. I would say not a whole lot changed, maybe a little bit, but very, similar to in the past. And as you walk down, we see the picture of Jane walking home. I'm sorry that the van is there, but it is what it is. I just showed you a quick one right there. As we get closer, I'm going to show you the pretty much the record store. So the record store is not by BCCC, it's right next to it. But both of those change a lot. The one on the left is I think a mosque, a very small mosque. On the right, it's just completely nothing. The record store is honestly not there anymore. I do not know what's in there. I'm guessing it's maybe an apartment. I couldn't really get any information in that area because some people really didn't know what happened or what it is right now. But yeah, this was the record store in the movie. So now we're going back to Queens, so let's go. And we're back in Queens. So this is 45th-02 30th Avenue. This is the Fordham Social Club in the movie of where the 5 guys were hanging out. Now it is a pizza place, food place, I would say. Before, I wasn't sure what it was. The owner wasn't there, so I couldn't get a lot of information out of it. But yeah, this was the spot that they filmed. Right across the street was the scene when the guys were trying to holler at the girls, as you see right there. And yeah, if you guys want me to film more of a Bronx Tale film location, comment down below. And also, if you guys want me to film any other movie of any other locations in the New York City area, let me know.